The next topic is congestive cardiac failure. So, what is congestive cardiac failure? Congestive cardiac failure is a progressive condition that affects the pumping power of heart muscles. Okay, so the heart is not able to pump the whole blood into the body, into the whole body. Okay, so it is the muscle which is not working properly. So congestive cardiac failure especially refers to the stage in which the fluid buildups within the heart and causes it to pump inefficiently. Okay, so it's not the heart muscles are not working. Sign and symptoms: shortness of breath on exertion, which is called dyspnea. You can see in the diagram there will be cough, tiredness, shortness of breath, pulmonary edema, shortness of breath while lying. We call it orthopnea. So shortness of breath on exertion, shortness of breath on while lying. Okay, so orthopnea, fatigue, it's normal in the congestive cardiac failure, irregular heartbeats, arrhythmia. These are the signs and symptoms: persistent cough, wheezing, and ascites. You can see in the diagrams there will be edema in the legs, ascites over here, pleural effusion, cough, shortness of breath, dyspnea, and orthopnea. All right. How do we diagnose congestive cardiac failure? So there will be uh, hypertrophy of the heart. So on the X-ray, we diagnose it by ECG, echocardiogram, exercise stress test, CT scan of chest, MRI chest, coronary angiogram, and muscle biopsy to see what's going on in the muscles. These are the two tests we use for the congestive cardiac failure to diagnose. Treatment is important point. So we used diuretics, angiotensin receptor blockers, angiotensin enzyme inhibitors, beta blocker, and digoxin. These are the drugs used in the treatment of congestive cardiac failure. And the salt restriction diet is very important. Okay, so diuretics, thiazide, hydrochlorothiazide are mainly used. So in your book, as mentioned, tablet hydrochlorothiazide 25 mg, 1 to 2 tablet per oral daily. It's mentioned in the book that it causes hypokalemia. Angiotensin receptor blocker, ARBs, ACE inhibitors. So ACE inhibitors, you must know that it should be given with the caution. It causes first dose hypotension. What is first dose hypotension? Uh, the patient, if the patient is volume depleted and we use ACE inhibitor, so it further down its volume causes more hypotension. We call it first dose hypotension. So should be initiated with the low dose. Okay, captopril, beta blocker, digoxin. So mechanism of action, the diuretics mechanism of action, hydrochlorothiazide, chlorothiazide, metalazone. It works on the early distal convoluted tubule in the kidney. Okay, inhibits the sodium initial absorption. Okay, sodium chloride absorption and the early distal convoluted tubule in the kidney. Okay, the complication of this drug is hypokalemia and hyponatremia due to this drug. So main mechanism of action is important. So you should know how thiazide works. It inhibits the sodium chloride reabsorption, the distal convoluted tubule in the kidney. ARBs, angiotensin receptor blockers. So you should know the names: losartan, candesartan, valsartan. We use this in cardiac failure. How it works? ARB blocks binding of angiotensin 2 to angiotensin 1. It is a receptor blocker, so it blocks the binding of angiotensin 2 to angiotensin 1. Okay. It also called hypokalemia, decreased GFR, and hypotension. ACE inhibitor, captopril, enalapril, lisinopril, and ramipril. Okay. How it works? mechanism of action. It works by the interfering with the body's renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, RAS, which we call RAS. So RAS is a complex system responsible for regulating the body's blood pressure. The kidney release an enzyme called renin in response to low blood volume, okay, low salt sodium or high potassium levels. As ACE inhibitors stimulate the addition of blood vessels by inhibiting the production of angiotensin 2. Okay, so it mainly works on the ROS system. So as ACE inhibitor relieves the heart failure symptoms such as body fluid buildup and swelling by load on the heart, reduce the symptom of fatigue and shortness of breath, and also an increase in exercise capacity. Okay. So the mechanism of action of thyroid ARBs as inhibitors, alpha and beta blockers. Labetalol is a non-selective which acts on both receptor alpha 1 adrenergic receptor and beta adrenergic receptor. Through alpha 1, it causes vasodilation, and through beta 1, which are receptors are present on the heart. So it works on both alpha and beta. Complications are dizziness, tingling scalp and skin, excessive tiredness, and headache. Digoxin is a drug which is important and mainly used in cardiac failure. Mechanism of action is easy, and you all must know the mechanism of action, how it works. Digoxin. So digoxin directly works by directly inhibition of sodium potassium ATPase pump. Okay. So digoxin mainly blocks sodium potassium ATPase pump and indirect inhibition of sodium calcium exchanger. Okay. So it blocks the sodium potassium ATPase pump and inhibition of sodium calcium exchanger. So there will be increase the calcium inside myocardial cells, okay, which leads to positive inotropic effect. Inotropic means contractility, okay. So it will increase the heart contractility. How it increase? By increasing calcium inside the cell, myocardial cells, okay. How it increase the calcium inside the myocardial cells? By blocking the sodium potassium ATPase pump and inhibition of sodium calcium exchanges. Okay, complication of or the adverse effects of digoxin are yellow tint. We call it yellow tint, blurry yellow vision, AV block, and arrhythmias. All right, mechanism of action, treatment. So this is easy. You all must know the congestive cardiac failure overview. What is congestive cardiac failure? Sign and symptoms. Diagnose. How we diagnose it. Treatment. What are the drugs we use in this? This is important for your exams. Treatment and mechanism of action. All right. Thank you.